2025 in Ukraine began with a big demand from the newly inaugurated President of the United States that Ukraine pay back nearly $350 billion of aid that Donald Trump claimed his predecessor had provided Ukraine since Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022.
We're looking to do a deal with Ukraine.
The settlement reached was a minerals for aid deal proposed by the U.S. as Ukraine's depleted troops were battling on the front lines. Disagreements over the deal took over, setting the stage for an extraordinary event at the White House.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
For any peace deal, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy made it clear that his country needs security guarantees from his Western partners to prevent future Russian aggression.
Мир нам потрібен. Саме мир,
We need peace,
справжній,
real,
чесний,
honest
а не
peace,
війна,
not
нескінчена.
endless war.
І гарантії
And we need
безпеки
security
потрібні. Саме
guarantees.
відсутність гарантій
It
безпеки
was the lack of
для
security
України
guarantees for
11
Ukraine 11 years
років
ago that
тому
allowed
дозволило
Russia to
Росії
start with
почати
the occupation of the
з
Crimea
окупації
and the
Криму
war in
та
Donbass.
війни на Донбасі.
But the U.S. suspended its military aid to Ukraine to pressure Kiev to come to a deal. Cracks deepened among Western allies. European leaders rallied behind Zelenskyy, prompting the 27-member EU bloc to shore up around $850 billion to bolster Ukraine's defenses. But that wasn't enough to stave off Russia's persistent advances in the embattled east. The front lines became saturated with high-tech aerial weapons. Attrition warfare there is slow, steady, yet deadly. Both sides suffered heavy losses, but neither side are willing to capitulate. Toward the end of the year, the EU considered using frozen Russian assets held in Europe to keep Ukraine armed, a reparations loan. That didn't work out, so they footed a $110 billion loan as the war became fiercer. A corruption scandal also reared its head this year, plaguing the Ukrainian president's inner circle. His chief of staff, Andriy Yermak, was removed from his role after anti-corruption investigators raided his home. The scandal has shaken Zelensky's government, weakening his position in the country. Negotiations and talks for a peace deal took place in multiple time zones this year. The closest any one of them came to wielding a tenable result is a US-led effort that is now being deliberated. But thorny issues remain. Ukraine's energy infrastructure was repeatedly targeted, plunging entire cities into darkness. A third of the Ukrainian population do not expect the conflict to end by next year. A tug of war over potential peace terms welcomes the new year. It could suggest that 2026 may be even more turbulent than the previous 4 years. Rahul Radhakrishnan, TRT World, Kiev, Ukraine.